real numbers. Real numbers are all those numbers which you can mark on your number line. Real numbers can be a rational number or it can be an irrational number. So today, let's see some theorem related to real numbers. So now, let's see the first theorem, that is Euclid's division theorem. So here, one word you will see, that is division. So this theorem is related to division. Suppose I say you are having two numbers A and B. I will add one more line to this. This A and B are my positive integers. So, if I will divide A by B, so when I will divide A by B, I will get here something that is called quotient and I will get some remainder R. So, we have already studied in our previous classes about long division process. In that process, your dividend, that is A, is equal to your divisor, that is B, multiplied by your quotient, that is Q, plus remainder, that is R. So what you have studied, that is long division, same is your Euclid's division theorem. But why I am studying this if I have already studied in my previous classes? Because this theorem has many applications. One very important application is to find the HCF of any two numbers. So, according to Euclid's division theorem, if you are having two numbers A and B, then A is equal to BQ plus R, where your remainder R will be either 0 or your remainder R will be less than your divisor, that is B. So what I can write? I can write R is between 0 and B. It can also be equal to 0. So I will put here equal to sign. So now let's see how to find HCF using Euclid's division theorem. So first, let's study the algorithm of Euclid's division. Algorithm means the step-by-step process which you will use to find the HCF of any two numbers. Suppose I am having two numbers A and B. So if I say that my A is greater than B, so what I will do, I will keep my A as dividend and B as my divisor. And I will divide A by B. So what I will get? The result will be A is equal to BQ plus R, where Q is my quotient and R is my remainder. If in my step 1, if remainder is 0, then my B will be HCF of A and B. But if R is not equal to 0, then what you will do, you will consider these two numbers B and R. You will consider B and R, and in step 2, you will apply Euclid's division or long division on B and R. So what you will get? You will get B is equal to B1Q plus R. So now, if your R is 0 in step 2, then your B1 will be HCF of A and B. So this step you have to repeat until you get remainder as 0. If at any stage the remainder is 0, at that point whatever is your divisor, that will be HCF of your two given numbers. So let's see the same algorithm with the help of some questions. Let's see how to find HCF of 135 and 225. So first of all you have to see which is smaller number and which is greater number. So here 225 is greater than 135. So your A will be 225 and your B will be 135. So now let's divide 225 with 135. So 135 times 1 is 135 minus 0, 9 and 0. So your dividend, that is A, is this. Your divisor, that is B, is this. Your quotient is this and your remainder is this. So according to my Euclid's division algorithm, A is equal to BQ plus R. So my A is 225 is equal to my B is 135 multiply by my Q is 1 plus remainder is 90. So as you can see here, the remainder is not 0. So again I have to apply my Euclid's division algorithm, but this time I will apply Euclid's division algorithm on these two numbers, that is 135 and 90. So let's divide 135 and 90. So 90 times 1 is 90 and remainder is 45. So again my A is 135 now, my B is 90, quotient is 1 and remainder is 45. So what I will write, 135, that is my A, is equal to 90 multiplied by 1 plus 45. So again the remainder is not 0. So again you will apply Euclid's division algorithm on 90 and 45. So when you will divide 90 with 45, so 45 times 2 is 90 and remainder is 0. So again I will write my Euclid's division algorithm here. So my A is 90 is equal to my B is 45, my Q is 2 and my remainder is 0. So since now my remainder is 0, so here the value of divisor is 45. So this will be HCF of the given two numbers, that is 225 and 135. So HCF of 225 and 135 is 45. So now let's see 196 and 38,220, 38,220. Here my greater number is 38,220. So let's divide 38,220 by 196. So do you know table of 196? No. So therefore for simplicity I have written here table of 196. So first of all It is 392 and there is 382. So I will write 196 times 196. So here I will get 6, 8, and here I will put 2 here. So now it is 1862. So I can see this number 1764. 196 times 9 is 1764. So here I will get 8. Then here I will get 9, 0, 0. So what I will do now, I will put here one more 2. No, now I will put here 0. So 980. So here 196 times 5 is 980. So what I will do, I will put 196 5 times is 980. The remainder is 0. So now I will write Euclid's division algorithm on these two numbers. So the two numbers are 38220. That will be my A. A is equal to BQ plus R. My B will be the smaller number, that is 196. Multiply by quotient. Quotient is 195 plus remainder. Remainder is 0. So in my first step only I am getting remainder as 0. So since remainder is 0, the divisor at this step will be my HCF. So I can say HCF of 196 and 38,220 is 196. The HCF is 196. So now let's find what will be HCF of 867 and 255. So what I will do, I will say since 867 is greater, it will be your A, and 255 is smaller, it will be your B. You will apply Euclid's division algorithm to find the HCF, that is A is equal to BQ plus R. So here 867 divide by 255. So 255 times 3 will be 765. So you will get 7 minus 5, 2, 0 and 1. So here your quotient is 3, your remainder is 102, your A is 867 and your B is 225. So I will write here 867 is equal to 255 multiplied by 3 plus 102. So since the remainder is not 0, what I will do, I will take these two numbers and again apply Euclid's division algorithm. So here this will be my A and this will be my B. So let's do the division. 255 divide by 102. So 102 times 2 will be 204. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 0 is 5 and 2 minus 2 is 0. So here your A is 255. Your B is 102, your quotient is 2 and your remainder is 51. So I will write here, I will apply same Euclid's division algorithm and I will write 255 is equal to 102 multiplied by 2 plus 51. So again the remainder is not 0. Again I will apply Euclid's division algorithm on 102 and 51. So let's divide 102 and 51. So 51 times 2 will be 102 and your remainder will be 0. So in this step, you are getting your remainder as 0. So what you will do, you will say that your A is 102. Again, you will apply Euclid's division algorithm. So you will say your 102 is 51 times 2 plus remainder is 0. So since now I got my remainder as 0, at this point, at this step, the divisor, that is 51, will be my HCF. So I will say HCF of 867 and 255 is 51. So now the next question is, show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, or it can be 6q plus 5. So here also, to prove this, you will use Euclid division algorithm. So my Euclid's division algorithm is A is equal to BQ plus R. So here, if I say that suppose any positive odd integer is A. Suppose I say that my any positive odd integer is A. So what I have to prove? I have to prove that A can be either 6q plus 1, or it can be 6q plus 3, or it can be 6q plus 5. What is my Euclid's division algorithm? It is A is equal to BQ plus R. So when you will compare your BQ plus R with this or this or this, you will see that your B is 6, 6, 6. So what we will say, in this question, your B will be equal to 6. We also know what is the range of our remainder. The remainder is between 0 and B. Your B is 6. So your R can be equal to 0 and it is up to 6 but not 6. So R can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So your positive odd integer A can be B. Your value of B is 6. So it will be 6Q plus R. So your R can be 0. Then your R can be 1. Your R can be 2. Your R can be 3. Your R can be 4. It can be 5. Oh, but not. It will not be a 6. It will not be a 6 because R is less than 6. Right? So when we will look here, my first A is 6q plus 0. So 6 times anything will give you a even number. But what you want here? You want A as a positive odd integer. So this I will cancel because this is even. Next, in this number, I am adding 2. Whenever I add 2 with an even number, that is 6q, I will again get an even number. So I will cut this also. Similarly, I will cut this also because this is also even. So any positive odd integer is of the form either 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. So now, what is my next question? Suppose there is one RV group of 616 members and there is the RV band in which there are 32 members. Suppose I say that they have to march in same number of columns and I have to find the maximum number of columns in which these two groups can merge. So if I want to find the maximum number of columns, what I will do? I will find HCF of 616 and 32. So I already know how to find HCF using Euclid's division algorithm. So what I will do, I will take this as A and this as B. So 616 divided by 32. So 32 times 1 is 32 and here I will get 11. So 11 minus 2 is 9 and 5 minus 3 is 2. So I will get 296. So next what I can do, I can try for 32 times 9. So 9 times 2 is 18. So I will get 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27, 28. So 16 minus 8 is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. So the remainder is 0. So what I will do, I will apply Euclid's division algorithm and I will write 616 is equal to 32 times 19 plus 8. Now since the remainder is not 0, I will apply Euclid's division algorithm on 32 and 8. So 32 is equal to 8 times 4 plus 0. So in the next step, since I am getting remainder as 0, so here your 8 will be the HCF of 616 and 32. 8 is the HCF of 616 and 32. So it means maximum number of columns in which the two members can merge is 8. So in my next question, I have to prove that for any positive integer, the square of that integer is of the form 3m or 3m plus 1. So suppose I am having an integer a, I have to prove that the square of this integer is either of the form 3m or it is 3m plus 1. So what I will do here, since here I am getting 3, here also it is 3. So when I will compare it with BQ plus R, what I will do, I will take my B as 3. So if I take my B is equal to 3, the remainder is between 0 to 3, right? 0 is less than or equal to R or less than 3. So your R will be either 0 or 1 or 2. It will not be 3 because it is not equal to 3. Fine. So my A can be BQ plus R. Since I am taking B as 3, so I will write A is equal to 3Q plus R can be 0, 1, 2. So it can be either 0 or it can be 1 or it can be 2. Now what I want to find, the square of positive integer. I want to find the square of A, right? So if I want to find the square of A, what I will do, I will do the square of this, I will do square of this, I will do square of this. So square of 3q is 9q square. If I say that suppose my m is 3q square. So what I can write here, 9 as 3 multiplied by 3q square, or I can say it is 3m. Why I have done like this? Because I want to prove that a square is of the form 3m. Next, when I will do square of q plus 1. So what I can do now, from the first term and second term, I can take out 3 common. So it will be 3q square plus 2q plus, I am having one 1 also. And what I will do, I will say this is my m. So if this is my m, I can say it will be 3m plus 1. Why I am putting 3q square plus 2q as m? Because here I want a square in the form 3m or 3m plus 1. So whatever is extra, I will assume it as m. In the last one, I will again, what I will do, I will apply the formula. So it will be 9q square plus 12q plus 4. Now what I will do, 9q square plus 12q plus 3 plus 1. This 4 I have written as 3 plus 1. Now what I will do, I will take out 3 common from the first 3 terms. So if I take 3 common, so it will be 3q square plus 4q plus 1 plus 1. So now what I will do, whatever is extra, I will assume it as m. So what I will get? I will get 3m plus 1. So I can say the square of any positive integer is either 3m or it will be 3m plus 1. Now, the last question for today is, you have to prove that cube of any positive integer is of the form 9m or 9m plus 1, or it can be 9m plus 8. You will again use Euclid division algorithm. So first of all, what you will put value of b. You can put it as 9, but if you will put it as 9, the remainder will be from 0 to 8. It will be a very long process. So instead of doing this, what you will do, you will put b is equal to 3. Because when you will take out cube, you will get 3 times 3 is 9 and 9 times 3 is 27. So you will get 9 here. So instead of taking b as 9, you will take b as 3. So when you will take b as 3, the remainder will be 0, 1, 2. It should be less than 3, right? It should be less than b. So now what I can say is my a will be bq. b is 3. 3q plus remainder. First remainder is 0. In the second one, remainder is 1. And in the third one, remainder is 2. So when you will take out cube of any positive integer, we will take out cube. So you know what is the formula of cube? A plus b whole cube is equal to a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So you will apply this formula here and here. So first of all, this is simple. Cube of 3 is 27. 27 you can write as 9 times 3 and cube. So what you can do, you can assume this as m. So you can write it as 9m. Now we will find the second term, a cube is equal to 3q plus 1 cube. We will apply this formula. So what we will get, a cube, that is 3q cube. So it will be 27q cube plus 3a square b. 3a square b. So 3 3s are 9, 27 cube. Then you will get 3ab square. So 3, 9 cube. So you will get 9 cube plus 1. So now what you will do, you will take out 3 common from, you will take 9 common from the first 3 terms. So when you will take out 9 common, you will get 3q cube plus 3q plus q plus 1. So this you will assume as m. So what answer you will get? You will get 9m plus 1. So you can say the cube of any positive integer is 9m plus 1. Lastly, when you have to find a cube of 3q plus 2q, what you will do? You will again apply the same formula and you will write 3q cube, that is 9 times 3, that is 27, q cube plus 3a square b. So it will be 27 times 2 q. Then it will be 3a b square. Then you will get b cube. So it will be 8. So now what you will do? You will take out 9 common. You will take out 9 common. And what you will do? You will write it as 3q cube. You will take 9 common from first 3 terms plus 6q plus 4q plus 8. And lastly, in the last step, what you will do? You will assume this as m. Whatever is extra, you will assume it as m. So you will get 9m plus 8. So now we can say that for any positive integer, the cube of that integer will be either 9m, or it can be 9m plus 1, or it can be 9m plus 8.